good morning vlog. It is a rainy Tuesday and I thought I would share what I have planned for today because no 2 days are the same when you are living a portfolio life, which is a term I recently learned to describe someone who gathers up all of their interests and passions and hobbies and turns that into a concoction of work and play, and it all kind of starts to meld together. I'm going to sit down with my neighbor for lunch and we are going to plan a village potluck that I'm hosting at Cornerways this weekend. She's gonna help me co-host it, so we are gonna talk about the guest list, the setup, tablescape, menu, the whole thing. We are on a mission to create and host more gatherings on a rotating basis within the village, and I loved that idea. We've been talking about it for a while now and it's finally time. So we're gonna do the first one at our house and she's gonna kind of help and be my co-host, which is amazing. So I'm meeting her and then I've got to come back here for a meeting with Shannon, my mother, because she has a bunch of honeybees on her farm, Fallbrook Farms, and she has, I don't know, probably over a dozen hives at this point, but those little bees have been hard at work making honey. And so she's coming over to meet with me so that we can pick out and order jars and then also design and make the labels. What's so unique about the honey at Fallbrook Farms is that it's a medicinal herb farm. So she's growing a lot of East Asian medicine and that's what the bees are pollinating. So the honey has a lot of really interesting medicinal benefits to it and a very unique flavor profile, and it's what makes it so unique and compared to even some of the fancier honeys out there like Manuka. So she's coming over, and then after that, we'll see where the day takes me. I did launch another Good Psyche Salon interview this morning with this incredible woman, Kamimi. She is a yoga teacher. She's a wellness event curator. She does just really unforgettable experiences and is a guide for women through these curated wellness events. And so we had a really fun conversation. She's also pregnant, so she talked a little bit about pregnancy and really interesting conversations. So that was a fun one. That went live on our Substack today. So I have some more promo to do and some more posting to do later. And then I might go to the gym. We'll see where the day takes me. My schedule is always kind of morphing and changing, and the things that I do in a day can go from helping Shannon with Fallbrook Farms endeavors to Apothecary to Good Psyche to being in the garden to wedding planning, which reminds me, we have officially chosen a date for our wedding for 2027 and we are starting to make some plans, which is really exciting. It's just surreal and I'm so thrilled and so, I don't know, I feel very grateful that we are having our wedding right here at home. It just feels like the most natural thing that we can do and the most comfortable, homey possible place to celebrate a union and wedding. So we're starting to plan that. I'll definitely be vlogging all of that wedding planning, or at least as much as I can possibly reveal leading up to it. This is about to be my first wedding dress appointment. I went to Stella's Bridal in Pittsford and it was really lovely, very professional, beautiful selection of dresses. I'm going to show you everything that I tried on and try to narrate my experience.
Big enough for this. Yeah, we need a wide angle comparison. It's really pretty. I wasn't sure how I feel about
So it's a little heavy.
Yeah. I do think it's really pretty. I don't know. Yeah. So I mean, I love the drop of it. So that's definitely on point.
I'm really glad that I tried this one on, even though I determined at this appointment that I don't think lace is something that I'm going to go for. It's just not really my style. I really wanted to just try on all different types of dresses since this was my very first time trying them on. This next dress was so lovely. It just felt very classic. I loved the basque waist, and I really determined at this appointment that I love that V at the bottom of the basque waist. It's really flattering and elongating. This dress might be just a little too simple though, so I did have to try it on with the gloves.
Ooh, gloves are fun. Regal. Very regal. And then you would wear your ring over the gloves. Okay, yep. I'm glad we tried that. Yeah, just to see. Gloves are fun.
But it still felt a little too simple.
No, you could do that with literally any dress. Okay. We would just closer. Are we feeling more fitted or full? I don't know. A little more fitted. It's not me. Yeah. But it's really pretty. I love that you can see like the sparkles when they hit the light. Yeah, you know? Being sort of pearlescent. 5 outfits. What makes it? Sorry. I like the neckline. I think it's pretty. Yeah. Again, I have confidence in this last team. Thank you. Oh, I like the back. That's interesting. I like the back fit better than the front. Yeah. In some ways. Yeah. Wow. You know? Yeah. Like, I think it's a little too cupcakey for him. And for me, like, I think it's fun. I love the drama of it. I don't think I'd feel like myself. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I overheard your conversation earlier, and you're like, look, 366, so like, we've got some space. All right, let's go back to a finish. I feel like I should be in a church. Yeah. Okay, this is the first one. Yeah. This is the first one. Yeah. This is not mine.
I thought this dress was beautiful, so unique, definitely not my style, especially for the type of ceremony that we're having, but very, very cool dress. This next dress reminded me a little bit of Paige Loren's, now Paige Paul's, wedding dress. Obviously not a custom Carolina Herrera, but you get the point.
Okay, so this actually is really informative because this seals the deal for me. I do not like the open panel all the way down. I like it to come to a clean point, finish off the waist, and then the skirt all comes down. This part is very pretty. Yeah. I love that. I like the skirt. It's just that, this.
Yes.
Stella. That bothers you? Oh, there she is. Typical. There, okay, now I can see what I'm doing. Yeah. It's the champagne color.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a Princess Bride. Discuss a bit. I do love it. I think my hesitation is in just the map. Stop moving. Should I go up like one?
If there's one dress that you keep thinking of, that's your dress. Like everyone's feeling that they talk about, they're like, what's your really good feeling? Yeah. It's different for everyone. Like sometimes it's literally just like, I can't stop thinking about that dress. Or like,
I did not end up saying yes to the dress at this appointment, and I didn't expect to. This was the very first time I had ever tried on wedding dresses, and my goal for this appointment was really just to try on a whole bunch of different kinds and start to narrow down the style and fabric and cut and everything that feels most like me. So, as I said, this was such a lovely place, Stella's Bridal in Pittsford. I may go back there, but I have a few other appointments that I'm going to try first, and I will vlog those as well.
Hi vlog, it is Tuesday morning and I have been writing all morning. I am trying to write one free blog per week for the Good Psyche Salon. So I wrote a blog last week about the strongest communities share a zip code, which is basically exactly what it sounds like, based on the premise that, you know, these so-called online communities are sort of a facade for belonging, and that real community requires reciprocity and shared responsibility, and that comes from living in and caring about the same place and space. So that was last week's free blog for the GP Salon. Today I wrote a post about reclaiming my girlhood in my 30s, which was a really fun one to write, and I found a lot of parallels to one of my favorite shows of all time, which is Parks and Recreation. And so I included some fun GIFs and memes from Parks and Rec throughout that article. So the article is free, and you can read it. I almost said watch it. You can read it on our Substack. What else? Okay, so today I actually have like kind of a cognitively heavy day, I would say, because this morning obviously was heads down writing time. This afternoon I am meeting with some brilliant and trusted girlfriends who have a lot of experience in the magazine world, and they are going to sit down with me and help me think through and work through some things for GP. And so that's going to be a couple of hours of a working session on Zoom or Google, whatever. After that, I have to go down to the community center in the village because I am on the Geneseo Village Steering Committee to revive our main street. And the county has hired this consultant from a not-for-profit called Main Street America, and their whole thing is going around to all different small towns throughout the US and helping them to revive their main streets and, you know, keep the historic quaintness and charm of these main streets while also helping them to flourish and thrive. And that is what I certainly hope for when it comes to Geneseo, and I know that all of my friends and neighbors feel the same way, and certainly everyone else on the steering committee shares those same values as well. So our first meeting as a steering committee is tonight, and I have locked in a space at the community center for us. So yeah, we have a 3-hour-long meeting. It goes until 8 o'clock tonight. I am the de facto default point of contact, like they call it a lead, I guess, for the steering committee. And do I have the capacity to be doing this? Maybe, it's questionable. But I am so passionate and I feel so strongly about helping Geneseo to grow and survive and have a thriving main street and have this like centralized place where people who are residents and people who are visitors want to go and hang out and eat and dine and shop and do all of the things that a main street should be in a small town. And unfortunately, our main street here has suffered a bit, especially since COVID, as a lot of small towns have suffered. We've got a lot of vacancies on our main street right now. We have an extreme lack of dining options, and anyways, I go into that a little bit more in another video clip, which I may insert in this vlog. I may save it for another one when I talk a little bit more about this whole steering committee and Main Street initiative. Anyways, the point is that this is very, very needed work. And, you know, it's very easy, I think, to kind of toss the hot potato to someone else and think, oh, well, you know, everyone cares about this, right? So like someone else will do it. Someone else will be responsible for making these changes and kind of leading the charge here. But unfortunately, I think that exact mentality is why our town, like so many small towns have ended up in the position that we're in to begin with. And therefore, I feel that regardless of how stacked my schedule is, I want to really try to take this on and I want to be involved. So yeah, a couple like back-to-back working session, workshop meetings today. I've got a bunch of like emails and, oh my God, put my watch on upside down. I was like, what? Can't I read the time? That would be why. I've got a bunch of emails and things to fire off before I jump onto this first working session call. And I think what I'm gonna do, because with this steering committee, like no one really knows what we're doing. We're all just kind of like, yeah, we want this and we want to help, but none of us have like ever done this before. So I think I'm gonna try to prepare a little bit of a facilitated design thinking workshop, tapping into my previous life as a user experience design producer, just to help us like get through tonight and get some things done and help guide us. Otherwise, I have a feeling we're just gonna sit down at the table and kind of rant and rave about all of the things that we take issue with Main Street as it stands today, and I want to make sure that we actually get to some actionable conclusions. So we'll see how that goes. I don't have a ton of time. I'm going to make some food now, and then I'm going to jump onto this working session with the girls about the fall issue of GP magazine on devotion. Per usual, it is like coming down to crunch time where I have to start scheduling all of the salon interviews that are going to roll out for our fall salon series. I've got to get all of my interviews scheduled for print magazine features, and so yeah, just lots of moving pieces, but I love what I'm doing, and this magazine is like by far the best thing I've ever done. So, oh, and of course there are wedding planning things that are happening amongst all of this other stuff. Hey, excuse me. But I'm gonna try to show you as much as I can. So let's go. I'm gonna make some food and get on with the day here.
Hello, little mung bean. You're so cute. It is time for my first working session. So I'm gonna sit down at my very messy desk and get some shit done. All right, let's go. Yeehaw. I don't know if it's scarier with or without. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I have a bunch of editing and work to do, and my glasses are dirty. Anyways, my dogs are going crazy. So, as I was saying, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I've done a lot of talking, and let me know what you guys want to see more of. I'm going to try to show little bits of everything from good Psyche, related business stuff, magazine, to wedding planning and farm things and the Littlest Apothecary, and just try to show all of the different arms of this multi-legged insect that I am piloting in this very niche ecosystem that I'm in. So let me know what you want to see more of. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what have you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Ready, Hopper? Thumbnail. Thumbnail.